Steve woke me up.
Well, we're ready. We're going.
Yep, if you can't catch him, you pay somebody to help you catch him.
That's exactly it.
We're going with a secret guy today. We can't give you his real name because of, confidential reasons. So what do you call him? Ray or something?
We'll call him Ray.
Ray the guy. That sounds pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going over to his place. We're going to do a little walleye fishing this morning. And I think it's a 4-hour tour.
The World Walleye Association, I fished that for quite a few years. 2002 I took first place, biggest fish, and in 2004 I finally went back there and I think I took biggest fish in that one too.
Is it really like 5 feet deep? Man.
Right here it's 5'2".
So what makes this spot special?
They come in here to spawn, and then after post spawn, they go rest up for a week or so, and they come back in here and eat the little ones if the water temp's right. You know what I mean? Take and hold your line in your
Finger.
Yep. But when you get a fish, make sure that you say, okay, you're giving them line. I've been giving them about 5 to 8 seconds. You know, count.
Can you lock it?
8. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. If they're short biting, if they get to be real short, grabbing the tail, and they won't quite take that bait, then we'll put stinger hooks on them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fluctuate from 56 to 80.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's not 1 point.
No.
That's
Yep.
That's pretty slow. It'd be almost
Talking-
like Lindy rigging.
You're talking
Yep.
a half a mile per hour to 0.8 miles per hour? Is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And then I noticed yesterday when we were out towards the end of the day, end of the trip, I switched it up and I picked it up to 1.25, 1.28 to pick up and trigger a bite instead of finessing a bite.
Yep.
Because they totally shut right off as soon as the sun come out and hit me. So.
Can you tell a crappie from a walleye on there?
No. Well, I can because they're grouped up in groups, you know.
The crappies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just blobs. Where the walleyes will actually be arcs.
So you're looking for them on the graph first.
I'm looking for them on the graft and certain terrain that they've been hanging in. More of a clear bottom, hard bottom.
I can see it's getting clearer there, right?
No, it's still got weeds and sludge on the bottom. Then all I do is tie another line on this hook with a stinger like this one.
Yep.
Just got I don't run a crawler harness. That's how I run them. It depends on how spooky they are. I'll come into a here we are. Now I think I'm gonna.
So what'd you see there?
It's more of a hard bottom sand.
So it just went to sand?
Yeah, more of a hard bottom. I'm gonna turn around here. We'll go backwards against this wind.
And did you see any fish on there or no?
I don't care.
You did look at the structure.
We're gonna run it. Yeah, we're gonna run it anyhow. You know, in 4 feet of water, 6. I'm just shooting here with a 19 angle beam, so we ain't shooting deep.
No.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a structure, right? Like that could be a fish right there. See?
Yeah.
We're only 4 feet.
4'3". 99% of my fish come out of 10 and less
On this lake.
on any time of the year.
Really?
I don't care if it's 90 degrees hot water. A predator fish will go where the bait is.
Well, that's true.
Period.
So the blade color, I thought that mattered to you a little bit.
Well, sometimes it does, but we got clear water right now. Anything shiny is going to make it up.
And you leave your bail open, right?
Yep. As soon as you feel just a slight tick, let them have it. It could be a weed, but then it could be a fish.
Yep.
And then let them have it for a while because in this cold spell here, they're going to bite light. You don't want to feel about it. Here's the thing with walleye fishing. If you're dragging bottom, you're covering the bait scent up with the stirring of the weight on the bottom. You're covering your bait scent up. So if I see a couple groups of feeder fish like that, you know, I'm gonna try it. A lot of times you don't actually see the fish on your graph. You'll see the feeder fish first. You know, solid weeds in here. This is all weeds almost to the surface.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You'll see once it gets.
You looking for clear bottom again?
Yep. And we'll get it here. I'm going to turn around. Oh, there's no wind. I don't care. I know where these fish are. We're going to pitch to them. I didn't even put a rod in my hand. I said, now you pitch this. Here, I gave him 3/8 ounce fireball jig. No stinger on it. He goes, I said, now just pitch it out there and let that thing hit the bottom and leave it there for a second. I said, okay, reel your slack up and just don't jig it, just pull it and hold the rod tip and then let it down. His first jig, I seen his line flicker, not even pull on the tip. I said, set the hook. 8 pounder right up the back. The guy goes, are you kidding me? You caught 9 of them.
What kind of line is
Reef
this?
on it. It's Berkeley 6-pound test fire line. I got that even on my musky rods. I don't fish with anything more. The only time I use mono is on my bobber rods.
You don't. You wouldn't use mono for this.
Way too much stretch. You aren't going to feel that bite if it's a subtle bite. You'll feel it tick.
So what's on your leader then? Is that mono?
That's a stretch. That's a mono.
Okay.
But it's only 3 feet long.
And it's what, about 10 pound?
Using XT 6 to 8. I don't like going over 8 because it gets a little too heavy. And if I'm jigging, pitching jigs, I tie right to the jig with the fire.
So in 14 feet, I don't think I'm on the bottom.
You don't want to be on the bottom.
Okay.
When the water's good
So if I'm
clear,
2-3 feet off the bottom, you're fine?
When the water's clear, they can see that 15 feet.
And they'll come up for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they're in a mood to eat.
So you don't have to drag the bottom. You don't want to be touching.
I don't drag the bottom, very seldom. I try to keep it off, you know. If I feel like it, I'll drag it, I'll reel up a little bit. And the lines around that.
There's a fish, for sure.
Yeah.
That was definitely a
heavy
fish.
Whack.
That was a heavy whack.
That's good. Let them have some line.
I felt the thump.
That should be good. And then just wait until it loads up again. That is, you know, wait. No.
There was something there.
Yeah, but you didn't wait. He had it in his mouth. Probably had that thing in his mouth by the back of that.
So when I load up, you're saying don't set the hook.
Don't set the hook. Let the line pull and load the tip up. And if it's a fish, you'll feel it.
So
That was a fish. He had the backside of that minnow.
in his mouth, yep.
And
The tail.
So I misunderstood you. I thought you said I do this, I load up, and then when I feel a thump, pull.
No. Let the rod pull down like this. I'm moving the boat. You're gonna let the rod pull on the fish.
Even if he thumps it once or twice there, you don't set the hook?
If he pulls like that, sweep back.
Okay.
Because he's going the other direction with the bait. It's kind of. I hope I can explain this.
No, I
teach
thought
you.
that when I loaded it, when
Yeah.
the rod got tight,
So-
I felt a little thump, like it could have been a crop. Right there, I had another hit.
Right?
And you're saying don't set the hook quite yet until you really see that rod
Right.
start bending.
And then you can actually feel the fish on it. Then set.
Then,
Well, I
If
thought
it's
I
a
did feel
weed-
the fish on it that time, but
If
maybe.
it's a weed, it'll go pick. It'll let go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If it's a weed, I'm gonna pull that through that weed a little bit. A lot of times, if you leave it and there's a fish right there, and it triggers off that weed, he'll strike it.
Yeah.
You almost have to think of the fish right there. Boom, boom, boom. Them are walleyes right there. When they stack on top of each other like that.
And it looks like
When
they're
it's
just
clear, you could stay to a more solid color.
yeah. It looks
So,
like they're number
brass would work real good because that is a dull.
brass works really good.
Yeah.
Brass and copper.
Yep.
Do you ever use like crankbaits or rip wraps and
Middle of summer, I run cranks.
what do you do?
For walleyes? Is there a certain color?
Pardon?
Is there a certain color to them that you like or not?
I kind of switch around until I hit them, and then I'll stick with that. You know?
Okay.
Many 10-pounders got on cranks.
Yeah.
You still shallow for those or not really?
No, deep water. They're suspended fish. So I know what that plug will run on that 6-pound fire line,
Right.
and I got counter reels where I'll put that plug in their face.
But you're running the weed lines then.
Yep. Where are the fish gonna go?
Right.
Once the spawn hatches, where are billions and billions of food? You know,
It's a weed line.
in the weeds.
Yep.
Why do you set your drag so light?
Why do you want to lose a fish? That's my answer. Right?
I love that answer.
You're gonna get them in either or.
I love that.
But if you got your drag too tight and you get a big fish on, you're gonna lose that fish.
Pull it out of his mouth.
Every time he turns his head, he's oblonging in that hole where the hook is going through him, and pretty soon he just gets a twist or something.
So it's a good rule of thumb to keep your drag light.
Yeah, to where you can pull it out pretty good here because it's double on the end of your rod, what you pull out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're pulling out and it feels kind of light, just double that on the end of the rod, and then you still got your rod. So you got drag there. You don't kamikaze. They'll put you right down.
Oh really?
Oh, I saw it jump.
That
Yeah,
was a
I
musky.
didn't even.
Is that a musky?
That was a musky.
I saw its side. It was a shiny silver
I
one.
didn't even have a chance to let the line off my finger.
That was a,
That's why I really don't want to switch off the crawler yet, because sometimes that late bite will take that crawler first.
right. Well, especially
So when you start switching to crankbaits, what makes you
until the water really gets warm?
like what's really warm? The 80 degrees, like you're saying?
Yeah, surface temp probably 70s, 80s.
And then you end up going deep.
Then I end up going deep, and I watch my graph. So I get the arcs about halfway down.
Mm-hmm.
You see all the fish, the bigger fish,
Then you know that's where to go.
and then I'll set my stuff to them.
To that depth.
You know, the depth.
you ready?
Yeah.
And is the speed critical then?
Yeah.
So with
2.1, 2.4.
For followers.
I was there yesterday, back trolling that bank along that point.
That's where you took us to a few years ago, right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
So what makes you decide between some of these spots?
Train of wind.
What?
The wind.
So you want to fish the rushing
I just
side.
come up here because yesterday we hit them here.
So the north.
Oh, I don't.
Got one?
Yep, I got one.
It's a walleye.
Are you going to be guiding until the day you drop or what?
I'll probably die in the boat.
Walleye!
Nope, lost it.
Nope, he's on. You want to net him or just hoist him in? Whoa!
Not real big.
Catch and release.
Whoop, you all right?
Yep. Matter
Once
of,
you get these little snots like this,
yeah.
get the hell away from me because that's all that's there.
That's.
There we go.
Got one? Okay, so there's some stack right there, right? Yeah, let's stack.
You caught one of them on that stack.
Caught one of those flapjacks there, Steve. They're all stacked up.
Hi, or what is it?
It's a walleye.
No.
Yes, it is.
Walleye?
It's a walleye. So I
No,
told-
it is a walleye.
hoist her in, man.
Just lift her right up in the boat. Oh, that's a nice one.
Hey, Stevie.
That's an eater. Hanger on. Oop. Right there. And
Caught him?
Yep.
Oh, he's taking off.
a little nicer one.
I'm in your way here. Let me-
How could you do that?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm
On
at.
this side.
Me and that.
I don't know yet. Here. No, it's about the same size.
Another walleye.
I don't know.
Walleye.
You're gonna fight. Huh? Yeah, look. Oh, I got your coat. Look at that.
Fish on. How's that?
I don't know what you're doing here.
I don't
Never
either.
seen that happen before.
You never seen that technique before?
No. He's still there. You got him.
I just did that to show you the technique.
GoPro is facing up, so you don't get the shit. There you go.
Didn't you? I usually reel in like this.
Yeah, yeah. I seen that happen before.
I'm surprised he's still there after all that.
I've never seen anybody hold a rod reel between their legs.
Well, now,
And still catch a fish.
well, now you have walleye. Yep.
Nice one.
Oh, it's a regular one. You